2020 has been weird to say the least. We seem to be living from one disaster to the next, and not super hopeful for the future. But there are many things that are helping to improve the way we live on a daily basis. They're just right in front of our faces. One of them is quite literally in front of our faces, and that is the mask. The mask is not just a fad that will come and go with the passing of the season, but it is a critical piece of medical equipment that has been helping to improve the world for years. It definitely is improving the world right now, and it will continue to improve the world going forward. The recent events have forced the mask into the forefront of conversation. Masks have been helping for hundreds of years. There are pictures of medical professionals from the early Middle Ages treating patients of the Black Plague wearing beak-like masks. As pictured here by Paul Fürst, 1608 to 1666, of Nuremberg, these beak doctors used their masks to protect themselves from blight, what was considered to be the cause of the plague back then. Fast forwarding to the turn of the 20th century, the works of Joseph Lister and Louis Pasteur confronted the surgical ward and developing hospitals and medical places around the world with a trend-setting discourse about wound infections and contamination. Off the back of their work in 1910, the application of face covering became more common in the 1930s, when hospitals took note of the data showing lower infection rates. Pictured here is one of the earliest iterations of the modern mask. There are still many advances that obviously were to come to this mask, but nevertheless, it laid the framework for what now keeps many people healthy and able to live a somewhat normal life. This normalcy in the present, however, has only just become normal within the past year. If asked a year ago what somebody's favorite mask or how many masks they had, they would most likely stare back with a concerned or just confused look. Now, however, it is a topic that covers every background, social status, everybody of every culture. And with the spread of COVID-19, different organizations, colleges, and even countries have had to adopt the mask and other pieces or types of medical equipment in order to make things a bit more normal. Besides from making things a bit more normal, though, it is quite literally helping save lives. The Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation suggests that if 95% of the public wears their masks in their day-to-day operations, then 33,000 people would be saved. That's 76% of Purdue's student population. People that go to class every single day, or online class. That's 33,000 fathers, mothers, friends, and family who would be saved just by wearing a mask. Moreover than that, though, people seem to say, well, if you're sick, then just stay at home. This is not the case. A study done by Si-Hun Hu, a researcher with the Hunan Provincial Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and his colleague proves why this is inaccurate. Hu and his colleague followed 1,178 positive COVID-19 cases and their 15,648 contacts between January and April. And that's just people defined as being interacting within 1 meter of the person. What they found was that a positive case was most likely to spread the virus 1.8 days before the onset of symptoms. Before anybody had any idea that they could even have the virus, they were already spreading it to others. The mask, however, helps contain the virus and other things by blocking the spread of air molecules from an infected individual to those around. This can also be seen with countries that already had masks in place. South Korea, Japan, Singapore, and Hong Kong already had masks or quickly adapted masks into their common everyday life. Thus, they were able to flatten the curve on an early basis compared to the rest of the countries and other areas of similar size. That took a while. This chart by Johns Hopkins University shows just that. Moving forward, the mask will continue to improve daily lives. Disregarding COVID-19, there are many other airborne pathogens and serious diseases, such as the common flu, which kill thousands of people each year. The National Center for Biotechnology Information has found that the mask has a 95% filter efficiency, which could lead to so many more lives saved if the mask continues to be a part of our daily lives. Though the future is uncertain, and especially unpredictable in this unprecedented year, the present is continuously improving thanks to a simple piece of equipment that may make it hard to smile, but it will keep people smiling for years to come.